I have never seen Bridgerton. I missed the whole wave of the brand new Bridgerton. I didn't even know it was written by Shonda Rhimes. First of all, I didn't even know that. Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Charlene, and today I want to talk about Queen Charlotte, the Bridgerton story. So I'm gonna be honest. Let's get into this. I have never seen Bridgerton. I missed the whole wave of the brand new Bridgerton. I didn't even know it was written by Shonda Rhimes. First of all, I didn't even know that. But would that have made me watch it even more when it was popping, when the first one came out? I don't know. I love time period TV shows. Like, I got so many that I watch, like the Gilded Age. But you know what? I like the Gilded Age, is that what it's called? Damn, I forgot what the show was called. But y'all know what I'm talking about, the Gilded Age. But I didn't watch Downtown Abbey. And those are by the same producers and writers too, if I'm not mistaken. But there's so many other time period movies and TV shows that I watch. I guess some catch my eye, some don't. So anyway, I just wanted to give my 2 cents. I know it's, a big topic right now, this show, and I want to give my 2 cents of whether I liked it or not. I wanted it to be a reaction video, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm not really good at editing right now. You could tell by my intro. The intro was not all extravagant. I'm still working on how to edit. So if anybody have any like reaction video editing, YouTubers that like actually take people through tutorials on how to do that, let me know down in the comment section below. Listen, my laptop is PC. My iPhone, I got an iPhone. So if y'all know how to like any programs that you can transfer back and forth, because what's on iPhone is not on PC. It seems like it's hard to like find stuff that works and that are compatible with each other. So look, we'll figure the editing part out later on. Anyway, let's get into this reaction. So I want to go by character because I guess I'll be able to like later on put the cast and stuff like that. I would be able to edit it into the video afterwards. But all in all, let me see. Out of a scale 1 to 10, I would give this show, based on the time pieces that I like, and I'm definitely gonna have to I don't know the first one, right? This is a person that I've never seen the first one. I've never seen the Bridgerton story, the first one or whatever. So I'm gonna give it a straight 10. And then I'm gonna say why. The reason why is because like watching this show, all I could see was, I know there are black royalty. First of all, let's say that. I know that there are black royalty, first of all over the world, but specifically in Europe. I know that a lot of them married into European royalty. For what exact reasons, I'm not sure. I don't know, but I know a lot of them married in, right, to European royalty, especially like Spain. And I think it's like Spain and Portugal, and a little bit of Italy. That part of it is not satire. That's like actual fact or whatever. Now, I don't know about Queen Charlotte's life specifically. When it comes to history, I don't know if she actually did have a loving relationship with her husband, but if I'm not mistaken, I didn't realize that her husband was considered or was called the Mad King. I know there is a Mad King that was named King George, but I don't know if that's specifically her husband. Like I said, I don't know. European history, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, it's kind of vague to me. Like, I know the big popular names, obviously, in European, British royalty, but like, and not just the recent ones, but that was just because of history class and we had to learn them and learn about them, obviously. So that's the type of background that I'm coming from. But anyway, I really enjoyed the show. I think that outside of, like I said, the realism of, you know, the Moors marrying into, you know, European royalty and stuff like that. I'm not sure if she had a deep, loving relationship with her husband, but if she did, kudos to her. It was really beautifully depicted. The him battling his, you know, I guess schizophrenia. I don't even know what his situation would be called. I guess that would be called schizophrenia. And him going through that, but then like really wanting to like keep it from her and stuff like that. And her deciding to stay. I mean, low key back then, where else was she gonna go? But it was real cute. I want to go by character. So the one that played young Charlotte. So I know I've seen, like I said, I've seen clips and like references of the first Bridgerton, of like the older Queen Charlotte. So I've seen like previews or whatever of the first show. So I knew that the first Queen Charlotte was going to be the older version. But the one that played this young version of Queen Charlotte, she did an amazing job. She did an amazing job. They look like they were so professional, if it makes sense, like on screen. Their on-screen chemistry between her and young King George was so perfect. They look like, from the outside looking in, like it was just like a professional setting. Like even the like set, you know, the love scenes were very like, it didn't look like mechanical. Like they look like, you know what I mean, like not that like they, you know, done it before with each other, something like that, but the chemistry was just like on 10. Like it was really, really good. I loved it. I said the guy playing King George, he did a great job. I was feeling some type of way in the first, I think it was the second episode. So after the first episode, after he convinced her to stay, the second episode, I was feeling some type of way about him, like flipping out on her and basically flipping the script. I'm like, girl, now she done straight up married a freaking narcissist. Like, he wrong for that. But by the third episode, when they start talking about his like issues and stuff like that, when I noticed his issues, I'm like, oh, that's probably why he don't want to, you know, be around her or something like that. But then when he kept going or whatever, then I started to believe he really didn't want to be around her. But then later on, obviously, you know, it was like, oh, okay, he was just playing it off because he wanted to protect her or whatever. Makes sense. But he did such a great job too. Like I really believed like all of his phases. Like I was catching on to some of them, but then like before the reveal, I would like be like, damn, like is he really, like this really his personality? Like he did a great job of playing his character, especially somebody to have to like switch between so many different emotions, you know what I mean? Like one half of the episode he's like this, the other half of the episode he's like that, and then he's like his personality, like I feel like he had the most work, to be honest with you. Like out of everybody in the show, the one that played young King George has like the most work to do, and his character, like he had to do the most work as far as like finding the most range and, you know, switching back and forth between those characters. It was almost like he was playing like 2 or 3 people in one person. So then who else is next? Oh, young Agatha. That's my girl right there. Sorry, not sorry. Some people could feel some type of way because they like, oh, she was smiling in the young, what's homegirl name? I forgot the one. Coral? I think it's Coral. Is that who it is? Violet. Wrong person. But like I said, don't at me. Like I said, this is my first time ever watching the show. I don't know the characters. Like I don't even know if any of these characters are like in the new one or whatever. I don't know. But so yeah, young Violet, or Violet, right? The older Violet, because when they show them older, she has more conversations with Violet. So Violet, I don't feel like I can blame Agatha for doing what she had to do. It's wrong. People say it's wrong, morally wrong, fine, whatever. We all going to hell. You know, according to the Bible, you know, everybody that's eating bacon is going to hell. Everybody that eat chocolate and toffee is going to hell. So whatever. Okay, add it to the list. But
you know what's good for me. That's my opinion.
Given the circumstances and being like real, like let's be real. I feel like there's no amount of shame that can make anybody feel bad for what they've ever done, because I feel like people make decisions that they can sleep with at night. Like, no matter how bad or good they may be, everybody makes decisions that they can sleep with at night. So that's where I stand on the morale conversation. At your mama, not me, whatever. But given the circumstances that she was in, I completely understand where she was coming from. Who else was next? Yeah, Violet, and I 100% agree with Agatha when she was like, you know what, like you were very lucky. Like, you're a lucky woman. Like, a lot of women, especially during that time and that time frame, and some women even now, you know what I'm saying? It's like that, because I ain't gonna lie, at first when I first saw Agatha, I thought that she was like a poor girl, a poor woman that married rich, you know, slid up in there and marry rich, you know, after his wife died, or hell, before the wife died, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, you can clearly see from the first episode, the first 10 minutes of Agatha's character, that she does not care for her husband. She don't love that man at all, and she don't care about them kids. Girl, F them kids.
Girl, fuck them kids, and fuck you too.
Money. So I thought that she was putting up with all of this because she was there for the money. Come to find out, like, later on in the seasons, that she is actually like, you know, she's rich. She's royalty, and she's rich from Africa, like actually from Africa. And she was actually brought up and betrothed, what they call it, betrothed to her husband at 4 years old. So her family then made this decision to this rich man in Europe. Somehow his rich was better than their rich. I don't, again, the history of that, I'm not really sure of what was going on with that. But yeah, like, so I thought that she was poor, you know, poor Europe, like poor black woman Europe, and then she got up in there with this rich man and was like, girl, I'm gonna just put up with anything because I don't want to let go of my lifestyle. Come to find out, girl, she been wealthy, so she's accustomed to the lifestyle. That's I don't know if that makes it even worse or better, you know what I mean? Like, she is accustomed to the lifestyle. And I mean, again, with women in that time, they did not have many options when it came to being young. And I mean, you can't really be independent, you know what I mean? You can't really sit up at your parents' house the entire time. You got to do what your father say, which is go be with this man that he told you to marry. So I don't know. I say, look, don't at me, at your mama. You got to get it, you know, where you can. And I don't blame her for that. But then, you know, I loved at the end where, you know, they talked about it and Violet was confronting her, and then Agatha realized she was confronting her, and then she was like, okay, I'm gonna tell you the truth, girl. And then Violet was like, nah, girl, I don't even want to hear the truth about you and my daddy. Like, I don't even want to hear it. Like, I understand all of that. And then they was just like, look, we just I don't know. So I don't know if they're going to have a second season or not. Like, are they going to stay friends? Are they going to be enemies? Like I said, I have not seen the Bridgerton. So I'm like, I don't know if they were friends later on. Because I know this is a prequel. So I don't even know if in the actual, like the first Bridgerton, are they friends or are they not friends? I'm going to have to watch it after this. But then who else you got up in here? The brother was cute, you know, the brother did his thing. Prince Reach, I don't know who that is. I don't know what his character was. Let me see. Oh, these are all her kids. Her kids was doing the most. The doctor, oh my gosh. We need to talk about this doctor. So the doctor and King George. So the doctor was that mother was a psychopath if I've ever seen one. Oh my gosh. He took full advantage of the fact that he was the doctor of the king, and the king gave him the rights to do whatever to get rid of these disease that he had or condition that he had, and he took full advantage of it. That man should have not been getting treated the way that he was, or in there for so long that he was. I feel like it made him worse than it made him better. Like him going to his little garden and calming down, you know, maybe, I don't know, get him some weed or something. I don't know what they need to do for King George, but what the doctor was doing was not it. I just don't agree. And I mean, that's all I got to say about that. That doctor was wrong. His second hand, I forgot who his second hand was. What was the name of his second hand? Oh, I forgot his name. But his second hand really cared for him. You could tell he really cared for him. Like, he really had his back. He really tried. But where he messed up at, the second hand, where he messed up at is that he should have walked up in there with a few of the guards, like at least 5 of them mugs, and was like, we gonna take the king out of here. That's what he should have did. But shout out to Queen Charlotte for going to get her husband, because that was ridiculous. And I also love that she took control of the situation when she realized like the mom was running stuff behind the scenes, because that reminded me of another show that I was watching that's also a time period show, and I forgot exactly which one it was. The Serpent Queen. Let me know if y'all seen that one. The Serpent Queen. I think that's the one. Is that the one? That ain't the one. Another time period show. I'm gonna have to look at it again. But it was another one where like the mom was running scenes running things behind the scenes or whatever, and the queen had to like step up and be like, no girl, like this is my seat, like I'm the queen, like I have the authority, like get out, like you need to back up and get out. But Serpent Queen, that's a whole nother show we need to get up into. Let me know if y'all want to see that in the comments. I'm just saying the things that stick out to me. But last but not least, I love the storyline of both the like Queen Charlotte's hand and King George's hand. I also love that they were in love. I don't know why, but like that whole little thing like of the queen and the king and like their first, second in command people or whatever, them being in love, like I don't know why, but am I the only one that thought of Lady and the Tramp when I saw that? Am I the only one that thought of that? Or like 101 Dalmatians, like remember when like they had a boy and a girl dog, and then like they fell in love and the boy and the girl dog fell in love, maybe anyway. But that was so cute. The part that made me cry was when they was dancing, and he like disappeared and he was remembering his love, and then they like this. But that was so sad. I cried so hard, so freaking hard. They were the cutest. Both the hands, I forgot their names, but yeah, both the Reynolds and Brimsley. Reynolds and Brimsley. I should have remembered Brimsley's name because the queen kept calling his name. She was so annoyed with him. But they were cute. Last but not least, the music. The fashion was great. Fashion was on, especially Queen Charlotte. I love the fashion was on, and I love that the wigs were so extravagant, because I think that's something that I do remember about hearing about her in history, like learning about her in history, is that she spent a lot of money on fashion and wigs and stuff like that. Like she loved fashion and stuff like that. So I love that they accentuated that in the show. And I love that her hairstyles and her wigs were like always on point, braided. The one with the flowers, I wish we got to see more of that, but that was so cute, like so beautiful and extravagant. Yeah, her wedding dress was amazing. I love that she changed. I knew she was gonna change her dress when she said yes. When she decided to stay, I knew she was gonna change her dress. But yeah, the last but not least, the music was amazing. I love that they like remixed a lot of songs and music and stuff like that. If I'm not mistaken, I think I saw like, I didn't really see a lot of reactions to the first show, but I feel like that was probably one of the biggest complaints, like of people saying that it was kind of like fake or whatever, because the music was like more modern. But I love that they took it and did the classical versions of the songs. Like it was so perfect and so beautiful, especially the last dance, like I said, the one with Brimsley and Reynolds dance, and the Queen and King's dance of If I Ain't Got You. That was so beautiful. I cried. And then I think it was what was the other one? There was a few of them. They did a lot of Beyonce. They did a lot of Beyonce. Shonda Rhimes loves Beyonce. I wonder if she ever met her in real life. I mean, she proved the song, so whatever, I wonder if Beyonce a fan of Bridgerton. That'd be interesting to hear. I mean, after you have the Bow Down video, I would assume so, but I don't know. But it was a beautiful show. It was a beautiful show. The sets, the fashion, like I said, the acting was on 10. And I know some people said that it was more like I said, more satire, or like not like it was over exaggerated. But when I was watching the show, right, in the middle of the show, especially the first love scene when they finally make love or whatever, I was watching that and I was like, you know what? I love the fact that Black women are finally allowing especially with The Little Mermaid about to come out, right, this month. I love the fact that Black women are finally getting like their fantasy. Like they're finally getting their fantasy. Like we deserve this. Like Black women deserve this. Like we really deserve the fantasy. And it's fair. It's fair to say and it's fair to have. And I'm just, yeah, like I said, I'm just really grateful for that. And shout out to everyone that was a part of that. It was beautiful to watch. I'll definitely watch it again. And I'm gonna watch the first one this time, y'all. So stay tuned. I'm gonna watch the first one. This is all this opinion is based on somebody that didn't even watch the first one. So it's a 10 out of 10 for me. And yeah, Black women deserve love, unconditional love, and beautiful fashions, you know what I'm saying, and great music and luxury. And it was amazing. It was amazing. So they get a 10 out of 10 for me. So anyway, that's it for this video. That's all I have. Y'all let me know if y'all want to see anything more, any more reactions. I want to do more reactions on this video. On this channel. I want to do like other things, but I still don't really know exactly what I want this channel to be. To be honest, like life is lifing right now. So I guess really whatever sticks or whatever I feel like doing. So with that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Y'all should watch Queen Charlotte Bridgerton if you haven't already. I'm gonna watch the first one because I haven't. And stay tuned.